This is planetmosh.com here at Download Festival 2015. I'm joined by the lovely Jen from the Lounge Kittens. How are we, my dear?
Oh, I'm good. I'm very, very excited to be here. We only got here a few hours ago, so I'm raring to go.
This is your first time at Download, isn't it? As a band, anyway.
Yeah, it's our first time playing. Super excited. We're on the second stage on Saturday morning at 11. The graveyard shift, but we'll make it super interesting, we promise.
Well, you're playing outside as well, which is also a big thing, so you'll have a bit of a bigger audience. I mean, have you played outside before at festivals, or have you always been like kind of in a tent?
When we were at Sonisphere, I mean, if you don't count the time that we got on stage with Limp Bizkit.
I was there. I watched it.
Were you?
Yes, I was in the crowd.
Just didn't believe that it was happening until we were shoved, like microphones were shoved into our hands. That's when we were like, oh, this is actually going to happen.
And then you walk out in front of what, 40, 50,000 people?
Yeah, 50,000. So I think that's our. I mean, we've done a couple of sort of like lower key things, but we've never done anything particularly big outside. So this is going to be our first big crowd outdoor show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now, bands, there are some very strange stories about how bands form. Am I right in thinking you formed when you were in Company by Sondheim?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, me and Timmy knew each other from uni, so I met her through this musical. So we performed in Company by Stephen Sondheim whilst we were at uni. And my job, what I do outside of Lounge Kittens, I work for a company called Rock Choir, so I teach people to sing in a choir, and that's how we met Zan, because Zan sang with her mum in the choir, and so we all became friends from there.
That's really cool. And is that something that, I mean, I saw that you did something recently with Rock Choir, didn't you?
We did.
Looking on your Instagram.
Aren't you nice following us on Instagram? We try and keep it as interesting as possible. We went to the Birmingham NEC for Rock Choir's 10-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
So we were welcome to sing a song as part of it, because without it we wouldn't be a band together. So
how much work goes into doing and actually composing and structuring and actually then recording a cover from your end?
Do you know what? It's really hit and miss. Like in terms of time, like sometimes a song literally writes itself.
Yeah.
Like we'll all have an idea of a song that we want to do, and it just sort of pours out.
Yeah.
And then there are other songs which take days, sometimes weeks to do. Glory Hole was by I know I'm saying that so nonchalantly. Yeah, Glory Hole. God, that took a good week to do. Whereas the Slipknot Duality, that took like 4 hours to do. It's really hit and miss. It just depends, and some songs don't work.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, because you say on your Facebook page there's nobody we wouldn't cover. But there must be can you give me any songs you've tried to cover and you've got like halfway through and gone, nah, actually this one's not going to work out as we thought?
Yep, It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. Honestly, it was on our list. We thought it'd be hilarious, and it just didn't work. There wasn't enough to go on. So I mean, like with a song, it needs to have quite, it just needs to be an interesting song, I suppose. And sometimes there are really great songs that just don't work,
Yeah.
If it's a 4-chord song, for example, it makes it much more difficult to make a whole piece out of. So that's why sometimes we might put in like a medley, medley. So if there's a song that we really like, we just put in like a chorus.
So if 4 chords is too hard, does that mean we can expect like a Status Quo album? Because they've only ever done it with 3.
Well, no. I'm classically in jazz trained, so for me, 3 chords is just simply not enough. Put all the chords in, all of the extensions.
Going back to Glory Hole,
yes.
While we're on the subject, your tour with Steel Panther recently at Skin Dread, that must have been a blast.
It was just the most incredible thing. Again, we're still pinching ourselves that it happened. They're all absolutely wonderful and filthy people. It's great, it's lovely. We were actually here last year at Download, and the only picture that we took of the whole weekend was us standing outside the main stage getting ready to see Panther. It's like, we've got to see Panther, we've got so much to learn from them, they're such great showmen, and little did we know that we would be on tour with them 8 months later.
And so without going into too much detail, they're as filthy off stage as they say they are on stage.
Oh, a lady never tells any dirty details.
Go on.
No.
Damn.
How Who do you think I am, Elliot?
Oh, well, I had to try. What's next after this?
We're in Belgium next Friday. We're at Grass Pop singing
Nice.
there, which is great. And then we're going to be at Glastonbury the week after.
Yeah.
So they've had us back again, which is great.
Oh, so you played Glastonbury before?
Yeah, we played last year. So we're back in the Cabaret and Theatre tent.
Oh, that's really cool. I think it's quite nice as well that I'm guessing that because you do covers of everything, you can like alter your set to fit certain demographic audiences.
Absolutely, that's exactly it. I mean, we're all like die-hard metal and rock fans, so that's where our sort of favourite music comes from, is doing all the metal and rock. But yeah, we do all kinds of things. It's good fun as well. It keeps us on our toes, that we're not just doing the same thing. It means that the listeners aren't just getting the same thing. We always like to like throw a curveball once in a while, you know. That's
really cool. Coming towards the end of it, I now want you to give me a number between 1 and 10, and I'm going to ask you the final question.
Right, okay. I'm going to go with 6.
6. Who do you see headlining Download in a few years?
Oh my God, that's an unfair question. Right.
You pick the number.
Oh, see now, that's true. I did pick the number. See now, I know that the Panther boys are going. Jen, where's your loyalty? Say Panther, headlining. So yeah, Panther. No. Yeah, they probably could. Oh dear, what are you doing to me?
You need another 2.
Problem is, oh yeah, right. Panther's one, but can they have already done it or?
It's up to you. I mean, when I say Future Festival headlines, potentially people are going to make the mark up. But other than that, you know, 3. If you had to pick 3 perfect headliners for a festival for Download 2016, let's say.
What are you doing to me?
Making it as open as possible.
I missed out when AC/DC headline.
Okay.
So I would absolutely love AC/DC to headline
Panther
again.
and AC/DC.
Panther, AC/DC. And let's put one more out there. What else should I put here? Oh, bum. I'm really rubbish. When you put me on the spot with bands, if like people put me on the spot with movies, what's your favourite movie? I always have like a stock answer in my head, and now I'm doing the same thing. This is really embarrassing. This is really embarrassing.
No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
I would like to see. This is painful, isn't it? I can see you looking at me going, this is really painful. Just thinking of all of the bands that are on my iTunes, and I can't think of anyone. You should edit this. Edit this.
I will try and edit this.
Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get another answer out of me.
You still got 2, and I didn't actually give a specific. Well, I said 3, but it doesn't have to be a specific number, does it? You've given Panther.
Us.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Lounge Kittens.
It took me 5 minutes to get there, guys. 5 minutes, but I made it. There you go. Panther, AC/DC, and the Lounge Kittens.
Headlining Download 2016. You heard it here
Oh my
first.
God, I'm knackered.
You've been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for talking.
Thank you so much.